Hello and welcome back to the channel. It's Drew Goldman. This will be the final installment of our K1 saga. Mostly because in January we had a recording snafu. And in February we had it wasn't a race to be proud of. It was kind of a boiling down of all of the things that I dislike about this league. So I'm going to not talk about February. I'm going to not talk about January. What we're going to talk about is this final race of 2024. This was December. I know it's the end of March, but hey, it's been a while since we've done a K1 video, and this is the best one we've got. So we're going to recap this one real quick, starting with Q1. Where they drop us into a cart, and if I remember correctly, well, you'll see. We get all strapped in, helmet on, camera rolling. I was testing out my new helmet that I was going to rock for Daytona. I had not yet worn that helmet in anger. I also have a new baklava, head sock, whatever you want to call it. It's Alpine Stars, and I really enjoy it because I can breathe without fogging things up. I said, that doesn't sound great.
It sounds like it has a fan under it, yeah. Okay. You better take off in that thing, shoot. Yeah, he might have the supercart, we'll see. Right, one or the other. Heads or tails.
I believe that was Marcus.
Come along now.
Patterson. Unless it was Riley, but I think it was Marcus. I always get them confused. It's the helmets. The helmets are similar.
I really hope it's rolling. I think it is, but I'm not positive.
Alright, we're good. We're rolling.
Let's go, scope it up.
So, having started the year at the back of the B main, and getting a little bit of coaching from our boy Gabe, Mr. Dugan, a very quick driver himself, at K1 here. We found our way toward the front of the B, right on the bubble. We would either end up at the back of the A or at the front of the B. We got 2 second places in B groups over the course of the year. 2 B main pole positions, which really means I was just the cutoff guy, and that I was supposed to win. Both of those races I came second in. What we have a chance to do here today, though, with only, I think it was 12 or 13 here, was to go for it and see what we could do in terms of
Making sure that wasn't for me.
getting some points. Because as the championship sits, I believe I was in 12th or 13th. I think it was 13th. And there was a chance that if a couple people didn't show up, and if I scored a good number of points, that I could finish the season in the top 10 out of over like 60 entrants, I think, total over the course of the season. And I can feel good about that. For a rookie year. A true rookie year. Having done one event in 2022, taking 2023 off, and getting back after it in 2024, missing only the January event. feel good about that as a first campaign. See if we can crack that top 10 today. That's the goal. We're not trying to win the race. We're trying to finish further afield than we ever have. That's what we're trying to do. Because in one big group, it's all A main, but it's also however many points. Excuse me. Let me rephrase that. You only score as many points as the carts that finish behind you plus 1. So if you finish last, you score 1 point. If you finish first, you score the number of carts in the race points. If you got the fastest lap, you get 1 more. Pretty close to Grand Prix rules, just going the whole way down. But the more carts are entered, if you've got 3 groups, the winner of the A main is probably going to have like 28, 29, 30 points. If you only have 2, the winner of the A main might only have 20 points. If you only get 1 group, I think you get it by now, but the winner might only score 10 points. So if today there are 13 carts, there would only be 13 or 14 points on the table with the fastest lap. And I don't anticipate scoring the fastest lap of the day, because I know a couple of these drivers at this point are consistently faster than me, regardless of their equipment. Some of that may be down to body weight, some of that may be down to BMI, but some of it, and I know it, is simply down to talent and technique. And these are still things that I am developing, particularly in terms of adapting to random equipment like this. I'm getting better at it, obviously. We've gotten significantly better since the beginning of the year. You can go back and check. But here, today, feeling pretty good. We got our new helmet, good visor, anti-fog, theoretically. Foreshadowing. We got the visor camera rocking. Not legal for something like Daytona. Couldn't wear it on the visor.
Riley.
Had to go with the GoPro. Regulations would not allow.
That's Nathan, excuse me.
Same goes for the IKC. Unfortunately, IKC, Sierra, no helmet cams, no visor cams. Bolted to the chassis only. GoPros. Understand?
Dog.
So we got the Odenthal mount, specifically for Daytona, but now we have it, period.
Damn.
We got the right kind of GoPro. Rocking with it now. Got all the Daytona video. We got all the IKC round 1 video. Getting that all processed now. That's already done. Round 1 in the books. We will chat plenty about that later. Bunch of data. Bunch to review. Bunch of racing. What K1 did give me was the real-timeness of it. Of all of it. The linear nature of it. Everything leads to everything else in racing. And in a video game, you do get to legitimately hit rewind. And in reality, you just get to make fewer and fewer mistakes until you feel like you've achieved a perfect drive. And that feeling is hard to come by. But when you can find it, man, hell of a drug. Gotta be honest, hell of a drug. Things have improved drastically over the last
dying
year.
now, shoot.
In terms of the caliber of my racing, the caliber of my equipment, so to speak. I'm very lucky to have met the people that I've met, to be working with who I'm working with. After Q1, we're in sixth. We jumped back into the cart pretty darn quick, if I remember correctly. It was very cold and was not busy. With it only being one group, I believe they turned us around pretty darn quick. Because they had a full second group of carts ready for us to roll. Sometimes they're more strapped than others, but I think they were prepared for us to have two groups. So when we only had the one, they were like, oh, we can handle this. Let's go. No cart is ever perfect, but you can still get everything out of it if you work it right, if you run it right, if you squeeze just right. You just need to be able to get everything you can out of it. That's the best you can do, then that's the best you can do. But you gotta do the best you can, or you're gonna feel like you left something on the table. Duh. This one actually drives straight. Nice. I wonder if it has brakes.
Ooh. Oh, this is heavy as fuck. What is that?
Do we have a wobble?
Brakes are great.
There we go.
Right turn, not so much.
Okay. So it doesn't want to turn to the right, but it's aligned pretty straight, and it's got good brakes.
Feels fast.
See, feels fast.
Feels
Let's see
heavy.
what we can get out of it. Feels heavy. Understeer is usually good for my driving style. I need to learn how to drive oversteery in order to be quick in a kart, which is what I'm currently trying to work. In 206,
Let's go get Martin.
in the Indy Karting Challenge, and the Southern Indiana Racing Association. That one's gonna be sick. That whole series is gonna be so sick. I'm really looking forward to graduating from 206. I ain't gonna lie, but we'll see when KZ80 becomes
Jesus Christ!
a practical
People
option.
stopping left and right. This thing just doesn't stop accelerating.
People were coming to... Excuse me. People were coming to full and complete stops for blue flags. I think that's crazy. You do not need to stop for a blue flag. You just need to look. You just need to look. Be courteous. That's all. And I don't even think that means getting off the line necessarily. It just means being predictable. So if they make a move, it'll stick. Don't fight. Don't fight with the blue flag. But for the love of God, don't stop on track ever for anything, unless your cart is toast.
Bam!
Something is wrong. That felt quick.
This one's squirmy.
Again. Wait. Maybe they're just touching the brake. Because these carts, if you touch the brake, it cuts the throttle. And that led to me being confused once or twice in my very first session or two. Because I'm a pretty tall boy. Particularly for a go-kart. Not on a basketball court or anything.
Come on.
But in a go-kart, yeah. Pretty lanky.
Damn.
KZ80. That's where I'm hoping to end up at least by next season, if not by the end of this year. But we'll see what forms up with that class over the course of the year. I would certainly prefer it to KA100, but KA is pretty accessible, and the fields are always full. What I prefer about the KZ80 is that I don't need to adjust gear ratios as often. I just need to adjust which gear I run each corner in, which sounds way more fun. I'm so excited to learn how to road race in Sierra. That's going to be a cool one to cover. Because this track is absolutely trying to be a road course, a little street course. But it's a garage. Feels like we're racing on a basketball court. It's concrete, but it's very smooth. And the tires are, yes, rubber, but very hard. Even though they're slick, they're very hard. Can't really warm them up. Not these. These last far longer than your average car tire, particularly because of the surface it's on. Such a slick surface. Very hard to build temperature, especially in such a hard compound. These slide across the surface rather than gripping and wearing like, outdoor tires. The kind you buy. I love the flow state that comes from driving. Everything else by lap 3. If you haven't found the groove, better start looking for it, because now you're wasting time. 3 laps to find the groove. I think that's fair. On lap 4, you should be running. In the zone. In the zone.
I think the homie Nathan got hit. Sorry. Are you dead? Okay.
At this point, at the beginning of December, I was already locked in for Daytona. I was definitely going and doing the BlueShock thing.
Why am I still at full? It feels like full.
I'd already purchased the seat with CW kart for 2025. An RY30 and a 206. We qualified 3rd in that kart overall. So now, benefiting from that, that's where we start. And on a little street track like this, as it is, Micro Monaco or whatever, here in Indianapolis, we'll see if we can hold serve and hang on for our first A main podium. Only main, of course, tonight, but hey, if there's no B, it's the A.
Welcome back.
That's overall.
For the finale.
It was very cold this night. I was wearing a hoodie and my
Please
bomber.
don't fog up.
My anti-fog lens was fogging, and I got nervous. I'm like, please warm up, please warm up.
Good.
But in this helmet, if you're not moving, it wants to fog up. I prefer the Bell for karting. This is a car racing helmet. But this is what we needed for Daytona, for WKA. It needed to have a certain sticker, and damn it if we didn't get it. Last year threw a lot of challenges at us.
Thank you. No, please.
Met him. The fog
That
has
might
not
work.
gone away. Anti-fog lens, fogging. Sometimes you just can't fight nature. It's cold as hell
Hell
in this
no.
room.
We'll see
My
how this
breath
goes,
is
though.
not. He asked if I'm ready. I said,
Okay,
hell no.
Thank you.
He's pushing me right up to the edge of the grid. That's Gabe.
Okay,
Good man.
that's fine with me.
Making sure we're ready.
16 laps.
Green flag. As soon as we get going, the fog goes away. I just had to trust it. Slot right
Come on,
in.
boys, let's go.
Find Nathan Corney. One of the leaders of the championship. Top 5 for sure. And I do believe that is Riley Falconberry in front of him.
A little loose.
Major downside to K1 is that you get a new cart every session. You do not get stuck with a good cart or stuck with a bad cart or stuck with a mid cart. You get a new cart every session. So you might qualify on pole with the best cart and then spin for the race and get the opposite situation.
Something's wrong.
So I'm
Rude
noticing that it's
something.
not doing what I want it to do, quite how I'm asking it to do it. I'm trying to minimize the damage,
It's alignment.
but look at the wheel. We are askew, for sure. The gap is building to the 2 in front as Nathan chases for the lead. But I believe we're building a gap to the car behind as well. And if we can hold the podium, that'll be our first for the day. We'll be happy to leave with a trophy that counts. A trophy for the second group doesn't feel quite right. It was fun at the time. But to do it in the A is something special. Of course a win is what you want. We're racing drivers. But doing better than you've done, that'll do. Continuing to improve. That's really the goal. It's quite a lot like
Rattling itself
golf.
apart.
Trying to do better than you've done. And that's all you can do. Can't try to play somebody else's game. Run your race. You want to guide it in, you want to lead it places. You want it to follow you. You don't want to be getting bullied by your cart.
God damn it.
I'm like, I have a gap. Please, let me go. Let's go. No yellow flag, please. Go, go, go. I'm getting better through that chicane. A lot better through that chicane. Yellow flag, yellow flag. Power cut. They do it by remote control at
Button 9.
K1. I think we saw lap 9 there. Still rolling along. Slowly. They could wave go at any time. They could just drop it back to 100% on the battery and we'd be all going again. So I'm keeping my pedal to the metal, just waiting, looking, waiting, looking. And then they cut his to 0. And I go, uh-oh.
Shouldn't we keep rolling? Busting everybody up is fun, but also a bad idea. True, true.
All he said is that's racing, though. And I can't argue that. I wanted to have some fun in the last race of the year, and damn if we're not going to get it. 7 laps to go. Sprint to the finish. Rolling start.
Need a half a pace lap. Now back to a rolling start.
Little knock. Little miscalculations. If it were open wheel, we'd be fine, but if it were open wheel, I'd be more nervous about cutting it that close every time. You gotta be perfect.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
And we are nowhere near perfect yet, that's for sure. Respectable though. Performing. Hanging in there. A little deep there. right back in the groove. Kinda hanging on to Nathan here. I'm ahead of a couple people who I've never been ahead of in a race before, including Tyler. Keeping Martin behind us far enough that he can't just punch us out of the way. Ha.
White flag, go, go, go.
Final lap. This is your final lap of the race. And as we cross the line
Let's fucking go.
for the
That's
checkered
our first
flag,
A-man podium.
we secure the podium. And what does that mean? Well, it means that by a single point, we finish 10th in the championship. We get the top 10, just like we wanted. And we also leave with a little bit of hardware. Can't be mad at that. Thank you for joining us for the show today on the channel and for the whole K1 season. As we go into 2025, I hope you join us with the GoPro as we keep breaking these things down. Take care, drive safe, peace.